DC's been trying to work stuff out too. And again, big news happened this week was we've been talking about another show, the True Detective version of Lanterns. We've been having that conversation multiple times. And now DC has finally figured out who their Green Lantern is. So let's talk about that in our featured story of the night. And the chat wants to see that show too. So I'm as excited about it because I'm happy to see the chat was in line with us tonight. That's awesome. Doesn't always happen, but it's fantastic. But this is big news that came out over the week, and we were off for a little bit. Apologies, I was out of town. We had some technical problems, and things happen. But we're back. But Kyle Chandler has been cast as the Green Lantern. That's right, Hal Jordan. You might know him from like Argo, Super 8, Friday Night Lights. That was a big one for him when he was like earlier on in his career. The Godzilla movies, he was big in there. Zero Dark 30, Wolf of Wall Street. Even he's been in a bunch of stuff. And he's played a cop quite a bit of times. And of course, the Green Lantern series is about lanterns. It's about two cops, space cops we talked about before, land smack dab on Earth, and they have to solve a crime that only the lanterns can solve. And we already know that one of the other lanterns involved in this is Nathan Fillion. Nathan Fillion's gonna be in this movie, so you got Nathan Fillion, and you also have Chandler. So okay. There were a bunch of people that were rumored for this. Again, Matthew McConaughey, Ewan McGregor, before it was going to Josh Brolin. It's interesting that we went with Chandler. I mean, I know Sean, I was talking to Sean about this a little bit, we missed you, Sean, but Sean was very excited about this. He says he makes sense because he does play the cop role really well. He's older, kind of fits into this time. He was super excited about it. I like him. I like this guy. I think he's done a great job in a lot of his movies, a lot of his TV shows. He plays a good cop. I understand him with his casting. I'm still bummed. I'm bummed, guys. I wanted somebody like, I kind of wanted to go, let's actually go True Detective and make it Matthew McConaughey and Ewan McGregor and Nathan Fillion. Let's bring them. Or maybe bring in like Idris Elba. We talked about that before. That'd be awesome too. Let's make it like a huge thing. And not that he can't bring that talent to the screen, but I'm not as excited. I'm like, he's good, but I expected big pop and circumstance for this. This is a big premise detective show you've been talking about. It's your procedural DC, and everyone's excited about it. I just thought we were going to go bigger with the names that are involved. So big doesn't always matter. When it comes to talent. Like these are super talented, right? He's super talented. But I mean, the name draw I think is big for something like this. I'm just saying, big matters, but as it does matter.
It does matter.
Oh shit!
That right there makes so much sense.
Peppy, calm down, man. But yeah,
I like him. I like Hal. I mean, I know that he's probably not the I mean, I don't know. I think he's in a lot of stuff, right? He's kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I mean, what would you categorize him on the actor spectrum? Is he A-list, B-list? What do you think? I mean,
he's probably B, maybe. I mean, he might be borderline A. He could be.
Yeah,
he's books a lot.
A minus.
Yeah,
I mean, I would say your name to be A has to be pretty recognizable. I sometimes have to like look to see who the talent is, right? And be like, oh, okay, that's who he is. But so
this guy.
if you recognize them by name, you're an A-list,
Friday Night Lights was huge.
It was huge. Yeah. He plays that great kind of blue collar guy. Like he just does it well. He does it really well. I mean, not that every movie he's blue collar, like Zero Dark 30, he was like a, he plays good like government officials and, he just, every role he's had, I get how they put him there. Like, wasn't he even like Superman? Wasn't he for the Smallville? I think he was up for that role a long time ago.
He might have been up for Super.
He fits that role, he's got that like Clark Kent, Superman vibe. And I think he was when it was like Dean Cain. I know it was like a long time ago, but they were actually, it was between like him and I think it was between those two actually back then.
That's why. I mean,
others can chime in if they know what I'm talking about, but yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
I don't remember that, but I could see him being kind of in that world. The Dean Cain was kind of in we were going a little bit more adult with Superman at that point, for TV, because usually we're just trying to like the younger Supermans, and we did Smallville after that, and then everything's always been younger. But even Dean Cain wasn't like, he was probably mid-40s when he did that show, something like that,
No
like
way.
Man Age.
Yeah, I don't know how old he is now, but
he seemed like he was mid-40s, Mike. Was he not?
Well, yeah, because you were 12 years old. Of course, he seemed like an old man.
He was like, we were like 4. No.
Yeah. Yeah.
And he's how old is he right now? In his early 50s.
Let's see. How old is he?
Dean Kane's 58.
No, Kyle Chandler is going to be somewhere
59. He's 59 right now. He's 59, Kyle Chandler.
That's
And
good
so
for 59, right? Like, I mean,
Terrific.
I think so. Let's see how old Dean Kane is for Mike. Dean Kane is 58, Mike.
remember you guys are showing telomere. He's got good telomeres.
He's got good telomeres. They've been stretching him out.
Nice tie back.
That's a good tie back. Yeah.
You have good. Hey, GR, you have good telomeres.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, thank you, dear.
He's been stretching his
every day.
Everybody here has good telomeres. Cheers, you guys.
Cheers to the good telomeres. So Dean Kane's 58 as well. Dean Kane's 58.
Okay.
Kyle's 59. So when Dean Kane did Superman, of course, he was probably in his 20s. Probably was, because that was a long time ago now. So you're going with, again, late 50s actor. That's what they're kind of looking at it before with Matthew McConaughey and McGregor, all that already. So he makes sense for that. And I agree with you. He's a good actor, Angela. He's a good actor, and he has done a lot of stuff, and he's really proven himself. This is a big opportunity for him, I think, though, too. It's bigger than it's his biggest role.
This might actually push him even more so into like the stratosphere. You know what I mean? Like this
Kind
would
of
give
a lot
him
of pressure for the guy. Yeah.
He kind of is. Hal Jordan?
But it goes to show you. Sorry, Mike, if you're talking.
I was just saying, he's been a co-star. This could push him into the lead role.
Right.
Yeah.
Where he's looked at more in that capacity because, and I think it also like shares that story of, it's like there's never really an age limit necessarily. And I mean, there is in Hollywood on some levels, but not really. I mean, if you have good telomeres.
You've got good telomeres.
We're talking about that all the time now.
That's going to be a thing in the interviews. How are your telomeres?
How are your telomeres? They good?
What length are your telomeres? Have you had them measured recently?
Mike wasn't on that Friday show.
Yeah, I'm going to be the one measuring them.
And for some context, people know about the telomere. We had a conversation about how they're getting stretched telomeres. And it's a pill coming out in 2025. They're doing human trials. They make you live like 4-5 times longer, something like that. So you can live to be like 3. It's like I think it was like a couple times. You'd be 300 or something like that. You can live to be.
We're gonna look like a bunch of Skeletors. Yeah.
No, it de-ages you.
With trials.
It de-ages. They said that they'd be like 30 is a new 90, or 90 is a new 30. They were saying if they stretch the telomeres out, which supposedly started.
We would be nice. We go back to like infancy.
I'll wait till I'm 90. I'll wait till I'm 70. I'll get some really cool roles that are like that older age grizzled all white. And then I'm like, give me the telomere stretcher. Give me that telomere stretcher. And then I'll be like back to 30. And I'll be like, cool, let's go.
Guys have it kind of a little, I mean, if you notice, like mature men obviously can get roles further on in their careers. Not that women don't, but there's definitely a disparity between women. Yeah. Like if you notice, like every film's got like that young. You got to have that young, supple, gorgeous, like female.
Supple.
And then I know, but that was kind of
Mike likes the supple word too.
Frothy,
but they want that, they want the youthful, beautiful woman with kind of paired with that mature aging man. Like it's fine to do that, but we don't want you to see. That's my point. Exactly. Telomere. No, but right. The whole thing is that's what it's all about. I mean, it's not like it's not like you see Betty White, I mean, bless her soul. I love that woman. But it's not like you're seeing that. Like you're going to have a woman in her 20s or early 30s with a guy in his like 50s or 60s. You know what I mean? Like that's just how that's just how it always is in all these films. Like it just doesn't change. It's not like, sure, like women like Halle Berry, she's gorgeous, she's beautiful. I mean, she's in her 50s. Like there's women, J-Lo in her 50s, but that's going to fade out.
Telomeres. Telomeres on Halle Berry. That's great.
And they're
great telomeres.
Surgeons, and they're, but yeah,
team,
I mean.
The whole village.
But you guys, my point is, those men in the acting world, modeling, any of it, like the longevity is a bit like, it's there for you versus when, like with women, unfortunately, it's just, there is kind of the negative aspect of that. I mean, I'm already getting it. I'm young, but I'm already hearing that kind of stuff, like with gigs and things like that. Oh, if you were just, a few years, it's like, what do you mean if I was a few years younger? I mean, I'm already like reasonably young. I'm not like, my telomeres are good. So,
Yeah, clearly.
I'm sitting here like, but it's just, you know what I mean? But that's what you're up against as a woman. It's just different for men. So like the longevity.
Do you think there's any chance that will that'll change in the culture at all?
No.
I mean, we need to have a serious paradigm shift for that to actually happen. So I don't see that changing anytime soon. But like, I hope it does. But I mean, here's to hoping.
Yeah, I would hope it would too. I mean, it would make sense if it would. I mean, honestly, give people chances. And I never got that too. The whole thing. I feel like everyone matures in different roles. This is what kind of happens,
Yeah.
And for me, I don't understand why people just like don't give great actors like a chance. And like, it does, just because you've gotten older doesn't mean you can't nail this role. And there's always roles for every age, female and male. That's why I don't understand why it becomes a big thing. You know?
Yeah.
It says it best. They want that young, supple female
We're the night.
The male lead, regardless of his age.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But women don't get the same breaks as they age that the men do. I mean, that's been going on for decades.
Yep.
Well, GR, give me your supple take on this too. Do you think that this is a good casting for this? You like him? Are you shocked by it? Because it seems like that's left field, right?
It's definitely out of left field. He was not one I would have had on my top 10 list, hell, on my top 20 list.
Yeah.
But he's a definite talent. But he's been, as I said a few minutes ago, he's been a co-star. He's been locked in that co-star role his whole career. And this one could push him to the next tier where he gets those lead roles.
Can you see this? This is a series. They're going to do more. They hope to do more series. Do you think that because he's done a lot of TV, that might be why they went to him? They know that he would actually stick around for multiple seasons?
Could be. I mean, it could just be that they like his look. He's got the right look for the character.
He does, especially where they're going, the route they're going.
And we'll see. I mean, hell, he'll take it. It's a paycheck.
And as you were saying too, it could be the role that could take him to a new level in his career. So that also incentivizes anybody, right? And again, they've been rebooting all the DCU stuff and making it happen. This is a big show they've been working on for years. I remember I was working on Horror Story season 10. It was 9 or 10 I was working on when they first announced this, because Finn Witwick was going to be in it, and he was on American Horror Story. He was supposed to be Hal Jordan, and he was all excited about it. And I was talking to him about that. It was years ago now. And then he must have been super bummed when they decided to change directions. But I think overall, it's still, I think he's going to be great doing this. I think there's a lot of great, he's got a lot of great persona overall, GR. I think so. We'll see. But it's out of left field. It's out of left field. Mike, how you feel too, Mike? You feeling like this is a good casting overall?
I don't know. I haven't seen the. I was an extra on Super 8, so I got to hang out in a warehouse with what's his name, Tyler.
With Kyle.
With Kyle, for a few hours in downtown LA. I think it comes down to whether or not you've seen Friday Night Lights. I haven't. It doesn't appeal to me. I don't care about a sports show. Maybe it's great. It probably is great. It had like 8 or 9 seasons, I think. But I don't know if you haven't seen that. I don't know if you care that much about this guy. He's got his energy doesn't work for me for some reason. He's got that like small town cop dad, like very kind of grounding energy, and apparently that's what they want for this procedural. I don't know. It's kind of gonna be a dark vibe.
Are you holding up for Matthew McConaughey with like Touchy Ghost or what?
Yeah. I would love if they'd go back to McConaughey. Just because we've seen him doing the True Detective thing. With this series, we do have some of the team of True Detective making this series, though, don't we?
Yes, we do, 100%. Yes, we do. That's why they were saying they were trying to make it very much in the vein of that. I think that's what James Gunn wanted to, as they redeveloped it and figured it out. Because again, it works so well. They're like, let's make it like a cop procedural like that. Because that series has done great things. Again, look at the last season. Jodie Foster actually won an Emmy for it too. So a lot of people have been nominated, won Emmys, and have done fantastic jobs in those performances in this grounded, weird, different world of cop shows. And I think that's what they wanted for this, you know?
You know what makes me hopeful, Brian, is the Thunderbolts trailer that we watched earlier. They're branching out in their vibe. That MCU isn't just the super polished James Spader robot like coming after you, which it kind of was for a long time. I'm talking about Avengers 2, if anybody remembers. So yeah, it does make me hopeful that they'll actually, you know, not just do the same rinse and repeat that we've seen from them for so long.
I agree. 100%. That's been happening for, I know, Peppy, it's been happening for way too long. Rinse, repeat, make it happen. Marvel, their big action sequence, all of a sudden CG battle, and we're done. And I think that we ground it, we take it down a notch. That's a big deal. DC is doing the same thing. They're both universes are. Let's make it more real. Let's figure this out. Let's bring it back to humanity, which is a big thing, which is what this is supposed to be about, characters that are relatable in a lot of ways, but maybe just have a certain situation happen to them to make them a little bit more powerful. I think this is great, though. I think it's great. I'm excited for the show. We got one more casting that has to happen. We know we have Nathan Fillion and we have Kyle here, Chandler, as our two leads so far. We got one more Lantern coming until we have our final roundabout cast. And Nathan Fillion looks like a goofball playing this part, too. So he'll be the funny cop. Kyle will be the serious cop. You know, they already saw, Angela, if you saw a picture of Nathan Fillion, he has like a bowl cut. Like the original,
really?
like the bowl cut.
Gardner?
The actual, like, straight bowl, like,
he's rocking it.
On the sides or what?
Yep. He's rocking it.
Oh, wow.
Nathan Fillion.
True bowl cut.
True bowl cut. And also, look at that. They're two big TV people, too. They really both are. So
stylish. Interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe Kyle did great in the audition. Like I'm holding out hope for the guy. I really am.
That could be the big thing, Mike. Come down to an audition. You know what I mean? Maybe he brought something that neither anybody else brought. Of course, it was offered to Josh Brolin first, and then they went to him. So, I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting you went from Brolin to him.
They're kind of in the same category, though, right?
Kind of are.
I mean, maybe Brolin's a little more, you know,
intense,
grizzly,
top tier, you know, a little bit more than Chandler. But yeah, I mean, I don't know.
Grizzle, I don't know, something like that.
I mean, I think we might all be pleasantly surprised. You never know.
Yeah.
I know Mike's pessimistic about it, but I think we may.
We'll find out in May.
We'll find out
in May.
I'm not thrilled about it yet. I think he's a good talent, but I'm not super thrilled. Again, Mike's not super thrilled. I think he can be good though, but I just my hopes are all amped up for something else, you know, and that's, you know, you can't peek in the Christmas present before Christmas morning.
That happens to you guys, and then you find out like the person you were like, I don't know, like they're gonna
happens all the time,
and then you're like, oh shit, they're really good. Like,
yeah,
maybe that'll happen for you, you know.
Yeah.
Who's gonna be this third Green Lantern that they're casting? Do we have
McGregor, come on.
Scuttlebutt on that one yet?
No, they were talking about Guy Gardner first and Hal Jordan, and I think it's Jon Stewart's the last one. So we're waiting to see what I think Jon Stewart's supposed to be like the young cop, like the super young cop that they're trying to teach.
I think he's passed away. I'm sorry.
Timothy Chalamet.
Chalamet.
I see him
Chalamet.
Gangledorf. What do you guys call it then? What's that word you use?
Dilligaff.
What the Gangledorf? Come on.
Dingleberry. I was like, what?
Oh, good. I'm not touching that one either.
Stay away from that one, GR. Dingleberry.
Whoa. It's not even Friday yet. Wait a minute.
Yeah,
is it Friday yet?
Yes, I know, Peppy.
Where Mike's at, it's about almost
Friday already.
Yeah.
Peppy, sing me a song, man.
I'd sing a song for you. But GR, he said I should keep my day job. You don't know me. You don't know what kind of skills I have.
It's true. GR, you got a problem with Peppy singing?
I'm not rolling over on this one. Nope, not I.
Yep. Sorry, GR. Peppy will give you shit. Anyways.
Every time I came over, remember?
Yeah. Okay, everybody. Well, we got Kyle Chandler cast. We got Guy Gardner. We got Nathan Fillion cast. Waiting for our Jon Stewart. I think we're going for somebody younger, maybe. Maybe it'd be Zac Efron. People love Zac Efron. Maybe he could rock in here and be the new younger cop next to them. Or maybe they go someone super young that's in their 20s, like a Gen Z or like a Chalamet. Or maybe one of the kids that play the Menendez brothers. Maybe one of them gets it, because those guys are kind of going to be blowing up right now. I don't know. It's interesting to see.
Zac Efron's in like everything, and his face is so weird now with all that plastic surgery.
Well, why he had that though?
It's just like this. They want him to have this like masculine jaw. It looks really unnatural.
He is full of juice. They got him on the sauce hard.
Do you know why that happened though?
He's not hard sauce, dude. Extra spicy.
Do you know why he looks like that though? You know why the plastic surgery had to happen? He was running through his house with socks, and he apparently slipped and fell and busted his jaw and broke the whole jaw. And they said he almost died. He had to go to the hospital. And then they had all this, that's what he says, all this reconstructive surgery so he could live. And so that's why he looks all messed up. That's what he's saying.
Yeah, it looks pretty.
And it
I don't know. There's some plastic surgeons that would say, it's a little fillerish, like hardcore. I mean, if that did happen, I mean, then whatever.
As long as they're in there, they got to give them some Botox and stuff,
Right? Just a little bit of extra.
Yeah, well, I mean, Botox is a neuromodulator. That's only going to chill out your muscle. To actually change your
syllables, Angela.
Yeah, neuromodulator. So if you're actually going to change the shape of your face, you have to use a filler of some kind to like actually change your shape, or like implants. So he had implants, I believe, put in from like my plastic surgeon friend who does everything. Not in quotes, I shouldn't say. But
okay, Angela, I'm sniffing. I likes.
There's been implants in the face, which maybe support this, maybe that PR information. I don't know.
You don't sound like you're buying it, Angela.
I'm not buying. I mean, come on, it's Hollywood. Like I work,
I was running in socks. Come on.
Yeah, I slipped in my butt and I
got wood floors.
My whole jawline.
But if it's real, then it's horrible. That we're talking like this.
Like you bumped your nose on a door and you had to get a whole nose. Come on, like I mean.
Queen will check that out. Anime Green Lanterns. Is that on Max, Queen? Yeah, that's allegedly he tripped and fell with the socks.
What do you guys think? Come on, be real.
When I first saw it, I was like, it looks like something happened. He was gone for a long time. You kind of got to fit a certain mold. Maybe it looks make it look more manly. I don't know.
Yeah,
but
he was gone for a long time because he was bruised up probably with like all kinds of face stuff done. So he had to like be out of the limelight, to heal. And
GR had that treatment, right, GR?
Well, I've had a bone implant put in my jaw, or in my right here, and it takes forever to heal.
Yeah.
Do you look massively different than you did before?
No, I had implants. That's why I have missing teeth. I have implants, and they stopped working, so they had to do a bone graft to fix my teeth. And it's not fun.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't assume that would be all. It's horrible. My sister had something like that, but I mean, I don't think his story is the same as yours, GR.
No, but I know guys that have had their face messed up, and a lot of surgery.
There's no going back.
That had his face torn up pretty bad, and he had 15, 16 surgeries to fix his face.
Okay. Yeah,
the only good part for him is he got better looking when it was done.
Make some adjustments here, please. I keep doing the
he's a friend. I can say that because he's a friend.
Yeah. That's a massive perk. Well, I gotta say though, Kyle Chandler. I mean, maybe Zac Efron had that, but we got Kyle Chandler cast as the new Green Lantern. Maybe we got Timothée Chalamet coming in as Jon Stewart.
I don't know. A good Green Lantern.
I could play Jon Stewart all day. I might be too old for these people. They might tell me my telomeres aren't stretched enough to get this part. Maybe I don't know.
Telomeres are good, Brian. You're good to go.
They might. I'm gonna tell DC leave my telomeres alone. Leave my fucking telomeres alone.
Listen, write him a letter. I have amazing telomeres, you guys. Like you will be blown away at him.
Fully
And that's why I
neuromodulated.
should be
in
cast.
on this as a cast member, and you will not be sorry. I promise. Let me show you all the ways. Like, yeah.
Well, the telomeres are treating Kyle fine, though, I would say, because Kyle is cast as the Green Lantern. And who will come next? That's the question for you out in the chat. Let us know what you think, and let us know what you think about this, too. You like it? You love it? You hate it? Do you want some more? Keep telling us, keep it going, and keep spreading that love.
Yo, player, if you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe and hit the bell to be notified when we are live. And if you are able to join our Patreon, please join. Because the Pep Star needs more snickety snacks. Because I'm hungry. Holla back. Love y'all.